All right, and we are back, you guys. I'm your girl, Miss Boujie, the voice of vision. Tuning into the good, the bad, and the bougie. Everyday conversations for everyday entrepreneurs, you guys. I am so excited to be here. It's Monday. This will be my little piece of resistance. You know what I'm saying? So I like to come in here and I like to be able to chit chat up with entrepreneurs and just get the vibe and the energy off these folks. You know, I like to be in people's realms. You know, electronics is taking over, but I still like to be face to face with people. That's the only real way you can get that genuine emotion out of them. Mad, happy, sad, bitch, fuck you, I don't fuck with you. Whatever it is, like, you can get it. Yeah, you can get it. But you can't get that through, like, text message and stuff like that. So you can't, that's a no. Huh? Like how you read somebody through a text message? You can't read somebody through a text message because you're reading it in the emotion that you're currently in, not them. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be on some fuck that bitch, and you reading it with tone. You giving it a narrative as you reading it, and it might not even be the narrative. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's why a lot of things get misconstrued.
A lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things through text message. I tell you all the time. Pick up the phone. People don't want to pick up the phone. Like, what is you afraid of? You afraid that my voice gonna reach out and slap you? What? Then I got a voice of violence or whatever they want to call it because I done beat you up. Or then they be like, that's verbal abuse.
Yeah, that's abuse.
There you go. That's abuse. Because you mad? I don't think that's fair. I'm like, call me and so we can straighten it out. You know, people nowadays even want to conduct business through text message and all the rest of that. You can't conduct a full business through text message. It's not gonna happen, bro. At some point, you're gonna have to talk to one another. And how can you do business with somebody all through electronic? Never hear their voice and then walk up on them and have to deal with them face to face. You're like, you ain't broke the ice. You don't nothing. You don't know who this person is. It's kind of crazy. I think people as entrepreneurs should do a much better job at
being more
personable and communicating and not letting technology overtake face-to-face communication because it still matters, and that's part of the problems with families, relationships, all of it, you know. And like we said, we're offering up, you know, not an excuse but an understanding. So, you know, when you start factoring in now, social media has just like ruined relationships. Single-handedly. Yeah. Like, wow, single-handedly. Like, it's so much now more to be insecure about. What's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? What's your Snapchat? What's your POF? Wait a minute, why are you even on POF? Like,
it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so, like, you know, yeah, because you talking about social media? It's nothing more than a fantasy world because it's whatever life you want to portray, you can portray with the right images.
You got the richest people on Facebook.
On Facebook.
On Facebook and Instagram. Y'all Instagram famous. And like, come on, man. I have a hard enough time trying to be a millionaire in my real life, and y'all just out here just playing like it's just cool.
And I mean, they be serious about it. Everything is YSL, everything is Gucci this, but you standing in the store taking pictures with the outfit on when you went to try it on. Like, it's all kind of stuff like, you know what I'm saying, this is my closet, you know what I'm saying, they actually inside the damn store. You know, but it's ruined relationships from false advertisement to, you know what I'm saying, just misrepresentation of who you are, just false advertisement. You know, so it's like, you know, it's been crazy. So, you know, and in all of this, you know, we're in this era where people are killing one another for senseless violence, like senseless things, like, and now you got men who are taking out their entire family, well, their family, meaning their wife and their children, and then taking themselves out, you know. And sometimes they just kill everybody and they don't even kill themselves, you know.
And then that's what's the hardest. I feel like that if you don't no longer want to be with me, or if you don't, you know, want to ever see me, then leave. There's no
then leave. For you. Why do you feel the need to kill me and our children? And our children. I mean, it be sometimes like 4, 5, 6 people. Like, bro, how did you pull this off? Well, you killed everybody in the house at one, you know, basically at one time, you know. Yeah. So damn, you did a sweep through the house. Like, are you serious?
It was just.
So the first 2 shots didn't bother you
at all. Like, it didn't matter. Like, it was just one on Facebook here recently, maybe a day or 2 ago, where that little 26-year-old lady got killed, her and her kids, because he killed her.
Nah, I missed that one.
Yeah, I think she might have been in Detroit, though, but, you know, but still. Like, come on, it's not.
And
not
it's happening so much more and more in the black community. It used to be where, sorry you guys, it used to be where, you know, when you heard that type of thing, you talking, dang, that white man tripped out, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. But all of a sudden, black people decided to start jumping on a bandwagon. I was like, what the hell? We are bandwagoners. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah,
Sit down.
You never would think that it happens in your community or
No.
would happen to you because, again, that's, you feel like this is not our.
This is not my life.
This
like
is not
this
our
is
life.
like
This doesn't happen to our people. Or,
no,
you know,
no, no. So like, what are some of the well, before we get into the interview, you know, I have a subject that I wanted to bring up before we get into the interview because your message is so strong. Your story is so powerful that, you know, I don't think we can come back after your story and get into this topic because that's you know, the details in your story is damn near, you know, it's strong. They powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I think I want to save that part till towards closer to the end of the show.
Okay.
So all right, girls, including Miss Levy if she's available. She look like she having text sex. What you doing, baby? Nothing.
Nothing, girl. What time you get off?
Oh, baby, what you got on right now? I know you at the studio. Boy, you know it's other people in the studio
But
with
why
me.
you asked, I got on the blue house top.
Right.
Don't got no sleeves.
I don't got no bra. Nipples just here. He talking about some damn.
What kind of sandals you got on? Your toes out?
Y'all got polish on them. Your sexting. You're sexting. Yeah. You're sexting. Okay, so a viewer inboxed me. You know, I get ladies that send me their stuff from time to time. It's starting to get better. Thank you, ladies, and I'm always open. My inbox is open. Go ahead if you want a question you want to ask the viewers, if you want us to, you know, dissect the issue. You know, you can always drop it in my inbox at Tiffany Young, or you can also put it on Braided Boujie magazine. You can inbox it on Braided Boujie magazine. All right, you guys. So the young lady states that, oh, hell, this is why I ain't supposed to drink. I forgot what the hell, I forgot how she started the story. Okay, so it's her friend. There you go. It's a girl and her friend, and she's not married, but her friend is married. And they be kind of, you know, around each other or whatever, because they're homegirls, you know what I'm saying? So they always hanging out, you know what I'm saying? They always, you know, chilling in there, mainly the house of the friend that's married. They mainly chill over there. All right, so, you know, the friend's husband, been saying, you know, maybe like shooting some slugs
At the friend?
Yeah, and she, you know what I'm saying? A text message was sent from shut up now. I was trying to look for it and couldn't pull it up. Not a text message. The conversation happened between the friend and the husband. Okay, so the lady's friend and her friend's husband. Okay, and it was basically along the lines of like, you know, oh, you just so fine, you so classy, you so fine, and she was like, excuse me.
Yeah. And if she didn't, then she would no longer be my friend.
She was like, excuse me. And so she was like, whoa, Tiger, like, I love your wife and I don't want no smoke in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where you going with this, but nah. And his response was basically like, man, just chill. Like, it ain't nothing, ain't no harm, ain't nobody crossing the line. You know what I'm saying? She's just like,
I mean, when you said I'm fine, when you said
oh, classy, fine lady, yeah,
classy, whatever the situation,
yeah,
that wasn't to your wife. So that's the first violation you broke, and then the second violation is you know that we are good friends, and we hang out. So then you put me in a situation to whereas my friend is either gonna believe me or she's gonna take your side, and so either way, either relationship is gonna be messed up.
Right, and that's her dilemma. Like, she's like, her friend, she loves her friend, and you know her friend has been through some stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and you know she's really happy right now with the person with the husband that she's with, you know, and so she doesn't want to hurt her friend. She doesn't want to hurt her friend so she's like, I'm not gonna say nothing, but how do I handle this situation? Like, you know, I feel like if he come at me again, I gotta say something to my friend.
So therefore you need to say it now, because see, the next time he can spin it around and say, oh, you know, she was coming on to me, and you know, they can flip it. You never know what a man's really objective is. So therefore, if I'm your friend and I'm truly your friend, then I'm gonna have to take a gamble on either losing you. Because at the end of the day, I never want you to ever feel like you can never trust me. So if we're there and I'm telling you, hey, you know, your man, you know, shot a slug at me or he shot something to me, I didn't feel comfortable. Because see, if he's doing that, then that's gonna make you start lacking off, and then you know, hey, why you not coming around no more? Hey, why is this? Because this you know, you need to go ahead and tell before it gets to that way. Because if not, it always backfires in your face. No matter how good of an intent you have, it's gonna backfire in your face. So say you don't say nothing this time, and the next time he try to full on go for you, grab you, kissing on you, doing this, and just so happen it's a compromise. And then now if I go tell you, hey, your man came on to me. Oh no, bitch, he told me you was hugging on him. You tried to grab him. Then I'm looking at you like, that's not what happened. But because your man told you first, that's who you know what I'm saying? That's who you gonna go for. So I advise you to say something and just at least tell her, look, if I'm not really I can't be your friend and not tell you what's going on. That's not a true friend. Because in my eyes, I don't care if it's going to hurt my feelings or not. If you're my true friend, then I know for a fact you got my back and you got my best intentions at heart. But if you don't tell me, then that's making me look at you skeptical and be like, you know what? You might have probably, if you didn't want to tell me, then what? Did you really want to talk to him?
I don't think that. Well, what if? Okay, that's one way. That's one way to. Yeah, was it? What was it?
Yeah.
But what if she just felt like she just want to like try to handle the situation at first, and then if she see that it's not being nipped in the bud, then bring it to the friend. Because originally she probably don't want to like just throw it in her friend's face, you know, and be.
She was being more protective of her feelings.
Of her feelings, you know what I'm saying? If that's the way, that's what should she do? You know what I'm saying? Like because in her mind she wants to protect her friend. Like there's nothing, I guess. Nothing that happened. So she say she checked him, like, you know what I'm saying, get your mind right, like, you know what I'm saying?
So say you did all of that, and he still come back to you. So this time you have to go tell your friend, but then when you tell her this is not the first time.
Right.
What's that's going to put in my mind, because I'm thinking like, so why you didn't tell me the first time?
But when she tell you this is the reason why, then...
Again, but since you didn't tell me the first time it happened, I'm looking at you skeptical. I don't want you to tell me when the second or the third or the fourth time happened. Tell me when it first happened. See, if you tell me when it first happened, then that's something I can deal with.
I can see it. I can see it both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Not all women are like that.
No, and you know, and you don't want to be, and then you, this your best friend. Like you, the last thing you want to see go down is your best friend and her husband breaking up behind how you gonna feel. It's like behind you. So you know what I'm saying. So you always gonna try to have your best friend's interest at heart, because at the end of the day, that's the person that you love. That's the person that you as the friend love.
And again, you still taking a gamble with, if you don't tell, you still gonna you may lose her. If you do tell, you may lose her. So my thing is, why wait till something seriously happens, or maybe, because see, the next time you may not be that strong to tell him no. Who's to say? You may not be going through something. You may be at a vulnerable state, or you may be just, you know, this is second time coming on to me. Why not? Go for it. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a dirty ass friend.
That's a dirty
like
friend,
I'd rather look at it as a perspective if she trying to protect your feelings the first time, and so after you know, that's kind of like that theory. Like, okay, first time shame on you, second time shame on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of one of them. You know,
You know, it really can go either way.
It really could go.
All depends.
Yeah.
That person.
And I feel like I understand where she coming from when she said, oh, well, she's happy and she's been through a lot. That's fine. But what if this time he doesn't come on to you again? He come on to somebody else. And then he have a full-blown out relationship, and then your best friend come to you and tell me, oh, he cheating and doing this, and the only thing in your mind is like, damn, why I didn't tell her the first time, or why maybe I should have said something. And see, then that's causing her a whole nother heartache.
It
I mean,
is.
It's different scenarios, but
yeah, it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to be the friend who had to drop the ball, because I mean, you know, if you know, I can put myself in the way of the shoes that you got. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, bitch, why you ain't been come told me? You know what I'm saying? But I could also see the friend being like, bitch, the last thing I wanted to be is the person to break up your motherfucking home.
I just think that.
And then I'm about to say, then on the flip side of it, you know how some people, like, I'm that type of friend. I don't like getting in the middle of my friends.
No, I don't like that neither, bitch. I'm gonna stay neutral. I want to stay
Excuse me, she will take up for me because the boo boo have taken up.
Of course.
when it come down to it.
Yeah.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Period. Ain't no in between that. Like I don't believe in no in between. Ain't no such thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you know your friend. That's one.
Yeah.
And then you know what type of person she is. So I feel like if we've been through hell and high water, or me and you that talked about everything under the cherry moon,
Right.
then I should be able to come to you and tell you as a friend, look, I'm not trying to start no trouble. But that's what I would tell her. I'm not trying to start any trouble. And I'm not saying that it was a come on, but something that your husband said to me made me uncomfortable.
Comfortable.
So this is why I'm telling you. It wasn't anything serious. It didn't have nothing. He just said, you're fine, or you're classified,
Whatever it was,
or whatever
yeah.
it was. This is what it was. I'm telling you, so, and I told him, I nipped it in the bud because I told him I love you. But I'm telling you what I told him. So therefore, it won't be nothing around it. So if he ever tries to throw it back in your face, and say,
Right.
hey, you didn't say nothing the first time I said it, then you already know what the situation is. And then you have the information to where either you can hold on to it, or you can come back and say, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But I keep your receipts, baby. Keep your receipts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a hard one. Like, you know, you got two different women's opinions in here. Like, one of them is like, man, that's murky territory. Because sometimes that shit backfire all in your face, and you done lost your whole friend behind something that didn't have nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you, bro. You was just there. That makes you even madder. That makes you have some domestic violence bullshit going on right there. That be.
And see,
I'm gonna go fight you now.
I'm gonna go fight. I'm gonna go fight. I ain't lying.
cause tell me, you the one, you messed up my friendship.
My
and
whole
this and that.
friendship.
I was just trying to be your friend.
Yeah, got me on the totem pole and shit,
Yeah.
trying to figure out the best way to be a friend, cause you over here tripping, and cause you couldn't keep your mind right.
That's why I said it's.
Yeah.
But see, then it's hard because
It's
you
hard.
have women that, oh, I know my man wouldn't do that, so I'm not gonna believe
Right,
you.
and I mean, just leave you all out in the street, and you just like, oh my God. And you know, there's even some women that you can have valuable proof, and
they
she's
still
still
don't
gonna be like, boo thing, it's you wanted him.
Talking about you the one came on him first. He told me, I knew this was gonna happen. You be like,
Wait a minute, you be like, hold on, bitch. I ain't like, hold on, cause the truth finna really come out right now. Hold on. Like, friend, I'm your friend and I love you, but let me tell you something. I never wanted that over there. That's your problem over there. What I look like coming over there to get your problem. Like, nah, friend. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know. Then there are some times when some of your partners sitting back like, shh, what it do, boo? You know what I'm saying? So it's so hard. Like, you know, so it's hard to be trusting women and men. Just
well, again, okay, if you know your mate or your significant other, and you know that, hey, he's not gonna do that, or you never had a situation with him doing that, then it may be okay. But because some women, you can holler, oh, I got somebody, I'm married. Oh, what they got to do with me?
baby.
Because it's a bunch of women that love playing a side chick, or they don't mind coming number
Man,
two.
we had that. We had this discussion the other night. Me and my homeboy was talking about that because he was trying to figure out what was going on, and I was like, man, it's like 20 women to every man, 15 to 20 women to every one man. I'm like, bro, the ball is in y'all court and y'all bouncing it. Y'all ain't playing zero games. Y'all smashing 3 and 4 at a time, and they know about each other. It's not
and
like
then they comfortable with it.
they comfortable.
Like, I don't
Everybody
have
got
no
their stance. He
problem.
mine on Monday,
No.
Tuesday. Okay, well I got Thursdays.
Hey, girl, I got the weekend. No, I'm
Yeah.
not cool with that. I don't want nothing you got. I don't like
That's
to
just,
share.
I don't like to
I
share,
don't want
but
none of that.
that's how it is these
Yeah.
days. Like, you know, so they're not like compelled to really have to be in a relationship or anything like that, because hell, they got like 4 booze they can choose from.
And then what all they really want is what, their $40.
Yeah, they're $40.
So you know you go to 2 or
That
3
for
of them.
$40.
You got that $40. They're not worried about that.
They ain't asking him for no dates. They ain't
yeah.
asking for no commitment.
So
Just
I
can
don't
you give me
need
$40
that
on the
$40.
light bill, baby? You know, side chicks, y'all really done messed the game up, because
Really?
even if it's enough women for them to have their pickings, their helpings, their choicings, you still supposed to make it challenging for them. You understand? Like, you can't just be the well-behaved side piece. Like, that don't work. Like, you the well-behaved as far as dealing with his wife, but on your scale, you need rent paid, a car note, and insurance paid. Like, y'all settling for this $40 stuff rolling around.
Am I gonna get the same treatment as your wife? I need everything your wife got. If I can't get what she got, it ain't gonna work. I need everything she got. The car, insurance, the house, the clothes, whatever she got.
Now you know they gonna have to drop
that
you
ain't
as a
gonna
side
work.
piece. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna make a
I'm
good side
taking-
piece. They're gonna have to put you out.
Look,
But I feel like you at least supposed to be getting something significant. You know what I'm saying? You not the wife, so you not gonna get what the wife
That's
get.
fine, but so
You not the
therefore
wife, but it's
Again.
supposed to be some married shit. I don't know what this $40 shit they got going around, baby. You can't put nothing. HL&P, Southwestern Bell. Some of y'all don't know nothing about none of them people. AT&T, that's who them people are now. Reliant, y'all don't know nothing about them, but the new folks. Anyways, they baby, they ain't taking $40. They $40 for them to cut your shit on from the office. That's the connection free from the office. You want it on by tomorrow? All right, $40. Yeah, $40. You know what I'm saying? So you did all that for $40.
They're too accessible.
Too accessible.
Like it doesn't matter what I gotta do. Half the time you take me go give me something to eat. And then it's good to go. Like, dang, that's all it took.
That's all it took.
And then the next one he expecting to do the same way. Well, let me go get you something to eat.
What's up, Kevin?
That don't work.
Right, it's really like that, and it's just like it take you something to get something to eat. Where you trying to go? You want to go? You know, she's like, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you done tell him Chick-fil-A and he cool with it. He
He
think,
like, oh yes, bitch, Chick-fil-A it is. Bitch, you want the large lemonade? You can supersize that
So, you know they
thing.
got
Get a
that-
large fry too.
So they
You
got
don't
that
want
new
an
mac
extra
and
little
cheese.
burger? Yeah. We can ball out at Chick-fil-A.
like, come on. They done made it too easy for
They made it
for a
way
man to
too
cheat.
easy, way too easy for a man to cheat. I mean, because they ain't kind. Back in back in my day when I was younger. Okay, so you guys, when I was younger, I mean, let me tell you something. I played a few games. That's why I don't play games now. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have played that shit with me, bro. I was texting. I was texting. Do you understand? But now I would never want to play with somebody else's husband. Like if it's a single man that's doing his thing, his life, that's mi vida loco. But for a married man to be doing it, man, it's like, I mean, I know we might be desperate for some companionship, but how you just gonna mess with this lady's wife knowingly? Like not knowingly. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool, bro. Yeah. And then when she whoop your ass, you like, I'm pressing assault charges. You signed up for it. Okay, they got that domestic violence place.
Then the laws coming up. What happened? Well, she was sleeping with my husband. Well, ma'am, I mean, she don't live here, but she do got the right of her husband in there.
Yeah.
That's too much confusion.
It's too much way too much confusion. You know what I'm saying? But it happens all the time. And then you got BV is at an all-time high. BV is at an all-time high because it's BV. Like a bacteria, but it's generated through multiple strands of pH balances. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. And so, that's on an all-time high.
People don't know that
they not strapping up with each other neither.
Chlamydia
and gonorrhea and trichomonas.
Y'all do know that's from bacteria because
it grows and it manifests.
Yep. Then you got the other stuff that you can't get rid of. Gonorrhea and herpes.
You can get rid of gonorrhea. Thank you, God. But syphilis, herpes, HIV.
That's the long ride.
Yeah, they got some new shit called blue waffle.
Girl, it didn't bubble up and stuff. Who
Friend,
wants that?
it's blue waffle like
who wants that?
Blue waffle. I'm talking about like you can see it really well on Caucasian people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they call it the blue waffle because it makes the coochie completely blue and it has these like little indentions in it like waffles. You know what I'm saying? And they're called the blue waffle. And they're saying that it has yet to be listed as a STD because, they have to make sure that it is transferable. Yeah. But recently men have started showing up because originally it was on the woman's vagina only. Now men are starting to show up with the blue waffle on their face. On their face. On their face. On their face. But
I'm just saying,
so now they trying to, get, I forgot the.
Yeah. It's just too much.
They're trying to get it to be listed. I can't remember what
sleeping with men, and then they got men sleeping with the transgenders. Yeah. And it's too much going on.
Oh man, the transgender, and they serious. He talking about I just want a chick with a dick and some tits. Yeah. Wow.
Why? Like, come on.
Wow. So it's something turning you on about her being fine. But okay. So I ain't gonna lie, friend. I ain't gonna lie. I seen a transgender naked. Oh my God. As a female, I kind of was like, I'm not sure
the best of both worlds.
how I feel right now. Because she was fine. Like he was fine. I don't know what it was, but it was fine.
It was fine.
And it had boobs, and it had a flat stomach, and it had a nice size penis. And I was just standing there. I had hips.
Snap out of that. Snap out of
I
that.
had hips and ass. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, okay. Okay, you know, one thing about me is I will ask when I come into that lifestyle because I'm clueless, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be like the dumb bitch that don't know nothing about nothing, you know? So when I come across people that are open, I ask, how open are you? Are you open enough to let me see X, Y, and Z? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious and I don't, you know, so it's in my face. I got to ask. And that's how that came up. You know, shout out to the person that allowed me to view her as a muse, you know, view her as a muse. No touching, it was literally art. It's art. I just wanted to see just how powerful man-made things are, like how far medical science has come, like, man, how far can you, I mean, because they are actually like Barbie women with a dick. Like, oh my God. And so I can see a man.
That's what I'm saying. He got the best.
Especially one that may be straddling the fence. Like, he don't know if he gay, he don't know if he's straight. Like, that's like a perfect unity for him. He like, I ain't even got to figure it out. Come here, she.
Yeah. He was like, I ain't got to say nothing. We ain't got to tell nobody. But I'm just saying.
I mean, he wouldn't even probably care about really necessarily telling somebody because, like, on the surface, she looked like a girl.
Came out and said he little transgender.
I've been seeing that. I don't know if I saw it a few times, but I was going to dig to find out just what the truth is behind it. But I seen it.
I think it's true because, I mean, nowadays, it seems like everybody that's in Hollywood just... They just do whatever. They just became Hollywood too much.
So he bored. And you know how much coochie sex you get in Hollywood? You know how much sex you get in Hollywood? So at some point, you just be like, I'm just over the sex. I need to try some different shit.
Nah, I'm good. I pass.
And that's how they start playing with little stuff and, you know, all that kind of crazy ass stuff. What's up, John? So, you know, okay. Okay, you guys, okay. All right, that's kind of crazy. So ain't none of y'all, never mind, I guess I'm the only one in here that seen.
No, I done seen it. It's just, I'm saying nothing shocks me. I knew somebody who had a baby that was born with both sexes. You know
I haven't seen a hermaphrodite.
They had to make when they made one into a boy and one into a girl.
It was twins.
So I've seen it. It's
Wait a minute, it was twins?
Mm-hmm, it was twins.
And both of them were hermaphrodites.
So that's nothing new. My
thing
is that when you like now they call it what, intersex or something like that, to where you may be a woman on top and a man at the bottom, or a man at the top and a woman on the bottom.
Nah,
they do still have that, but they calling it intersex now or something like that. It's not a morphodite anymore. It's called intersex. So that's what it's called now. Like they changed the name, but. Yeah, I know when we was with Lady Hell, she said that a lady got her kids taken away because the baby was a girl on top and a boy on the bottom, and they said that she was abusing the baby because she was dressed in like a girl. But she said he was old enough to identify as he wanted to be.
What he wanted to be.
Yeah. But you know they end up taking their kids and stuff. So I mean it's not unheard of. It's just a lot of people just refuse to see it, or not even talk about it. They refuse to see it. Oh no, I can't see this. This is not how
it's been a long time since nobody really talk about the people that was born with both sexes. Like nobody really talks about that. We act like it doesn't exist, but it does exist.
It still exists.
It does exist. Yeah, I forgot about them until we just started like that. I forgot all about them because it's been going on for years. Yes, and a lot of times, now science has evolved to the point where they can choose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They decide what they make you.
They can make it. You can make a distortion, and they can do away with whichever one you don't want to use.
But what kills me is everybody act like they don't know that when you're in the womb, your clitoris starts out as that.
As a penis.
As a penis. They act like they don't I mean, I guess you didn't pay attention or whatever in school or whatever, but...
It is a clit is a small dick. That's what it is.
That's what it starts out
what it is, yeah.
And then as you mature in your mother's womb, then that's where it decides whether it's going to stay a penis or if it's going to be a clit. Like, I don't understand, how nobody knows that. Everybody feel like, oh, no, it can't do that. Yes, it can.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
It's just some things they call it a freak of nature. That's what they call it. But just some things are just unexplainable that you just can't explain.
Right. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we're going to take us a quick break and we will be right back. We're going to spin some nice little music for y'all. Don't go nowhere. Coming back. I'm your girl, Miss Boujie. Oh, I need to see so bad.
You may be a woman on top and a man at the bottom, or a man at the top and a woman on the bottom.
Nah, I heard that
still
shit.
have that. But they calling it intersex now, or something like that. It's not a morphodike anymore. It's called intersex. So that's what it's called now. Like they didn't, they changed the name. But yeah, I know when we was with Lady Hell, she said that a lady got her kids taken away because the baby was a girl on top and a boy on the bottom, and they said that she was abusing the baby because she was dressing him like a girl. But she said he was old enough to identify as he wanted to be.
What he wanted to be.
But they end up taking our kids and stuff. So I mean, it's not unheard of. It's just a lot of people just refuse to see it, or not even talk about it. They refuse to see it. Oh no, I can't see this because this is not how
it's been a long time since nobody really talk about the people that was born with both sexes. Like nobody really talks about that. We act like it doesn't exist, but it does exist.
It still exists.
It does exist. I forgot about them until we just started like that. I forgot all about them because it's been going on for
a while,
years.
Yeah.
Years, and a lot of times, now science has evolved to the point where they can choose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They decide what they make you.
They can make it. You can make a distortion, and they can do away with whichever one you don't want to use.
But what kills me is everybody act like they don't know that when you're in the womb, your clitoris starts out as that.
As a penis.
As a penis. They act like they don't I mean, I guess you pay attention or whatever in school or whatever, but
it is a clit is a small dick. That's what it is.
That's what it starts out
what it is, yeah.
And then as you mature in your mother's womb, then that's where it decides whether it's gonna stay a penis or if it's gonna be a clit. Like I don't understand how nobody knows that. Everybody feel like, oh no, it can't do that. Yes it can.
Yes it can. Yes, it can.
It's just some things they call it a freak of nature. That's what they call it. But just some things are just unexplainable that you just can't explain.
Right. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we're going to take us a quick break and we will be right back. We're going to spin some nice little music for y'all. Don't go nowhere. Coming back. I'm your girl, Miss Boujie.
Get out and get something. You gotta get out and get something. It's always summertime in the booth, nigga, no fresh prints. Fine producers beats and I put it up on my Merkin list. Fuck pussy ass bitch, hell ho, I curse and shit. Multiple homicides, hell yeah, I'm rehearsing hits. I'm the shit, but you don't smell me like I'm rocking VIP. When niggas slick talk, then I think what 50 RT I do. I can kill you, Liraku. I pull up like my vehicle, like a Miss Randy Lee do. Either neither's good for you. Giving you whip Willis, no flavor in your ear, my finger dripping again. I don't need sauce, I got the season like Frenchie's chicken shit. I got that dry, that 2 and 10. I race the Barbie like she's screwing kid. It's gonna still pay for a while. Now I'm back on tracks, bout loosening it. Don't make me get gruesome again. ABACABB. Give your ass fatality. Sequel to flawless victory. I had just before that BET. No MTV, I'm DTP. I said my name 3 times like Candy Man and still ain't seen it. I don't want no hit, just let the beat bomb. I don't want no hood, just let the beat bomb. I don't want no hood, just let the beat bomb. I don't want no hood, just let the beat bomb. You gotta get up, get out and get some. Money on your mind while your speaker system thump. Working through the day, but tonight is about to function. Ain't you tryna fall through like you dude in the place that is sunken. Give me a pen and a paper. I'm MacGyver like a mug. I keep it real like a fisherman while you lie like a rug. BP dance for your saltiness and delete buttons is for your slug. You wanna see me fail but won't. That's cause God is my plug. Shit, Sue, shit, talkie. Know that shit don't stop me. I'm back in this bitch and I'm feeling like I'm Rocky. Real ways I'm so cocky, yeah I'm feeling so hissy. No Nazi, what you boys do nasty. I'm on the road, yo Yahtzee, Papa with no Ratsy. No drugs, I'm McDonald's, yeah I'm worth no hassy. I'm good with the funds and I'm in charge like Chachi. I am Gauster on the vocals and that shite on the beat. I don't want no hook, just let the beats bump. I don't want no hook, just let the beats bump. I don't want no hook, just let the beats bump. I don't want no hook, just let the beats bump. You gotta get out and get something. 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 Shit. Hey man, bring that bitch back.
Hey, hello summer. Look, you in on that thing, man. Houston, Texas, and some Texas plug shit. Hey, yeah, back to my roots. Fuck it up, get it, my best attributes. Killer cam nigga, that's the institute. Lock up them A's and then we salute. Light up the killer, then put it in root. I rep the plug, nigga, we gang. I'm from the land of the screw and the swing. Sipping so slow that we cut up the vein. Sipping my cup while I'm hogging the lane. Niggas pull up, you see diamonds and chains. Back in the day, my little money was strange. The mama poppin', she all in my lane. She pussy poppin', I don't know her name. All that I know is a booty insane. One thing for sure, I'ma get to the money. You can bet on me fucking up the game. H-time, man. Slow, loud, purple, yeah, dripping at my ages.
Real hot girl shit. Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too. And that's why every time you see me, I got some new shoes.
Ay, look, bitch, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry, this pussy the kitchen. Yeah, that's my dog, he gon' sit down and listen. Call him a trick and he don't get a holler. Bitch, I'm a star, I got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry, this pussy the kitchen. Yeah, that's my dog, he gon' sit down and listen. Call him a trick and he don't get offended. He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to date me. Told him go put my name on that account because when I need money, I ain't tryna holler. He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to date me. Told him go put my name on that account because when I need money, I ain't tryna wait. I can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this, ayy. Bitch, I do rich shit, My money thick, ayy. Walk with a limp, I'm on some pimp shit, ayy. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm on your ass, bitch, I'm in that new shit. You on that last year, Bitch, I do pimp shit, Oh, you on simp shit, ayy. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit.
You know how these bitches love me? Why? Cause baby don't give a fuck. What you do? I be fixing the weed while she sucking my dick, pull it out, then I titty fuck. I fuck her from the back and she nasty, killing her. Know how I give it up. I be cool on them, bitch, ain't no pressure. Till I met this little freak, her name Maggie. This little thing is style. Look how she walk, look how she talk, she sexy. I like when they pretty and ghetto. Type of bitch that don't even say hello. And whenever we fuck, she be fucking me back. Put her in the headlock with my elbow. Now she done reversed. Got up on the dick and ride this shit like a Camaro.
I can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this, ayy. Bitch, I do rich shit, My money thick, ayy. Walk with a limp, I'm on some pimp shit, ayy. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm on your ass, bitch, I'm in that new shit. You on that last year, Bitch, I do pimp shit, Oh, you on simp shit, ayy. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit. Look, I don't be stressing about none of these niggas. When they be talking, I don't even listen. Telling me secrets, I probably forget it. But I'ma tune in when he say he gon' lick it. He told him send me a pic cause he miss me. I told him send me a stack if he really. I don't be trusting these tricks cause they tricky. Send him a pic of somebody else's titties. I'm a finesse and I'm a fly dresser. Move to the top floor and flew in my dresser. My bitches hustle, make money together. Yo bitches birds and they flocking together. I can't decide if I want the new Louis. Dapper Daniela, I'm always in Gucci. Yo mama don't bring your dad to the mall. Cause when he be in there, she know he be choosing. I can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this, ayy. Bitch, I do rich shit, My money thick, Ay, walk with a limp, huh? I'm on some pimp shit. Ay, he say you all about money. Yeah, I'm on that cash shit, huh? I'm in my bag, bitch, huh? I'm on your ass, bitch, huh? I'm in that new shit. You on that last year, huh? Bitch, I do pimp shit, huh? Oh, you on simp shit? Ay, he say you all about money. Yeah, I'm on that cash shit.
Smoking on some sticky stuff, slow loud, purple girl, dripping, got my H's up, dripping, got Miss Nina Tuck, smoking on some sticky stuff, slow loud, purple girl, dripping, got my H's up, dripping, got Miss Nina Tuck, smoking on some sticky stuff, slow loud, purple girl, dripping, got my H's up, dripping, got Miss Nina Tuck, smoking on some sticky stuff, slow loud, I'm banging, cheaping while the lane changing, stains all on the pavement, praising God cause we made it, living lavish ain't my motivation, you and me there's no correlation, I just wanna see my people winning, I got the muscle and the dedication, go get a nigga attitude, them old heads give them gratitude, a long time I've been paying dues, now I'm front line with my running shoes, where we running to, bitch the money bag, I'm in my act, got my haters mad, I'm in a farm but it ain't a jab, but it get me everywhere the money at. Dripping, got my H's up, flipping, got me Nina Tuck.
I love you ever. Bob Candy, Cody, Spring. Hey. My candy rain. What's up, Terry? All right, you guys, welcome back to the show. You are tuning into the good, the bad, and the bougie. Everyday conversations for everyday entrepreneurs. I'm your girl, Miss Boujie, the voice of vision. And today is Monday, October the 7th. Yeah, I was like, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is. I knew somebody was going to tag. This must be my line. This is the 7th. All right, I got my girl Latrell in the building. Little mama, introduce yourself. We've been talking and shit and that, but we ain't never, like, give you your little stance to tell America, who are you? Who are you, Miss Latrell?
Hi, I'm Latrell, everybody. Well, my name is Anitria, but no one can pronounce it, so I give everybody my middle name, which is Latrell. I am a business owner of a plus-size clothing company called Perfectly Flawed. I named it because of all the flaws and insecurities I had. And I'm 44 with, how many children I got?
You don't know.
With 3 children, and one, I have 4 children altogether, but one of them is my angel, and so I have 3 living kids. And I'm married, and hey, just all the way around goofy person. That's what I am.
Yeah, she is, ladies. I don't know what. This month is the month of purple. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month as well as Cancer Awareness Month. But today we're on to some domestic violence. We've been talking the whole show about different strands of domestic violence and just acting out different scenarios of it. And, you know, this young lady that's here with me today, she endured, like, a real life domestic violence situation, you know, and we've been building up to this conversation because, you know, there are so many levels inside of domestic violence, but, you know, you never really realize how far it can go until it's gone too far, you know. So today we just want to, like, let her share her story with you guys, and then just, you know, hopefully we can save somebody or offer up some time, you know, offer up some knowledge for you to understand when it's time for you to get out, you know, and for you to see the warning signs and understanding the warning signs, because a lot of times it's sitting right in front of our face and we just don't want to see it, you know, until somebody ends up very hurt and, you know, you can't take back. So all you can do is plan to do better, make an exit plan. Sometimes you have to, and your exit plan sometimes has to be accelerated because it's not moving as fast as the person is doing the damage, you know. So, you know, we're not here to judge you. Nobody's here to judge you, and it's okay to reach out. There are several places that could help you. There are several foundations that reach out to you guys to have some help for you ladies. So just know that you are not alone. The journey will not be easy, no, but the storm is not won by the swift, you know. So you have to be, you know, the person that's willing to do what it takes. And all you got to do, baby, is make the first step. And I guarantee you that there'll be somebody there to help you with the second step and the third step.
Yeah.
Mr. Latrell, go ahead and tell us a little bit about what took place in your situation.
Okay, well, I was involved in 2 different domestic violence. When I was 24, I decided I wanted to, you know, make better with my life, and so I moved back to Dallas, and, you know, with my kids, and felt like, hey, you know, I got 4 kids, I need to be do better by them.
Right.
So I eventually got a job. I was going to school. I had my own place and everything. So, I'm doing what I think is the best for what I'm supposed to be doing. I had met this guy, and, we talked for a while. It was just something about him that I just didn't want to talk to him or be that involved with him at the time because my focus wasn't on being in a relationship. So my focus was, me taking care of my kids.
Right.
And so eventually, we stayed friends and would talk and this, but I never would like give it the time of day to be boyfriend, girlfriend. So that's what I eventually told him like 2 or 3 months later, hey, I think it's best to, we just be cool,
Right.
be friends or whatever.
Right.
So he at the time he was like, okay, and I'm thinking, everything is cool. So I'm working, doing what I'm doing. I was working at a call center in Carrollton, Texas, by the name of Silverleaf. I never forget it. And it was December the 31st. So we were getting ready to go home so I could go see my mom for the New Year. And back then I had a beeper. So my beeper was going off like 911, 911, 911. So I'm like,
Right.
what is going on? So, I'm in the line trying to get diapers, milk. Let me go ahead and call whoever keep texting me.
Right.
So they was like, you need to get to the hospital. Your baby's at the hospital. He's been brought in because he was choking. So I was like, okay.
And how old was this baby?
He was a year old.
Okay.
He had just turned a year old. So I was like, dang, okay, let me hear me get. So I grabbed my change and my receipt. I left all the items still there because, my baby's in the hospital. Let me go. So by the time I get to the hospital and I'm looking like, okay, what's going on? I got a call that my son was here. And they like, okay, well, ma'am, you got to calm down. And I'm like, no. Like, where's my son?
Right.
So eventually, how you go through the halls and they have the doors where you can see. So I'm running. And I eventually come across his room. And I'm like, oh, there you go right there. He's laying right there. So the doctor was like, yeah. He was like, well, come in. Let me talk to you to tell you what's going on. So I'm thinking, okay. And he was like, well, ma'am, he was rushed to the hospital because they said he was choking on milk. And they was like, the ambulance people, that was what they was told. I was like, okay. So the doctor leave me. Boom. He's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours passed, and I'm like still sitting here. This doctor ain't came and told me nothing. So I'm like, okay, somebody got to tell me something by
And
then.
the baby was doing what at this? I mean,
at the time, I still didn't know what was going on because again, the doctor's still out, but the police had came in. See and so they were asking me, man, where were you at, and this and that. I was like, I was at my job and this and that. But do you have proof for this, or well, we're gonna send an officer over there and this and that. So I was like, okay.
So at this time, your baby has already been pronounced?
No. So I still don't know what's going on because no one has came and told me.
But in the room, the baby was there with you, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he was on like some machines?
No, he was
what
on a
going
machine
on?
and different stuff like that. So, by the time the doctor came back, they was like they was going to have to give him emergency surgery.
Right.
So I was like, okay. They was like to release release
brain?
the pressure off his brain.
Okay.
So I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because y'all said he was brought in on choking.
Right.
So by the time the doctor came back, that's when they told me that he had a severe blow to his head. He had a black eye. He had a busted lip. All this happened within this little time that I'm in this room waiting to figure out what's going on with him.
Uh-huh.
So by then he was like, well, it looks like it's been child abuse. And I'm looking like, what? So by then the police were like, well, ma'am, you're going to be under arrest if you don't have any proof to show that where you say you were was actually where you was at. And the only thing that really saved me was I had the receipt in my purse. That's what saved me because I couldn't be at 2 different places at once, especially with the places being so far apart.
Mm-hmm.
So by then I was like, well, can I go see my son by now? So they like, yes, ma'am, go ahead and go. I'm rushing to his room. I get there. And they was like, well, he's in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, but the doctor was like, oh, you can talk to him or whatever, So I'm like, okay. So he was like, if you talk to him, sometimes people in comas can hear you. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So by the time I get in there and I see him, so I'm standing there looking like, hey, come on, baby. They say if you move or whatever, we can go home. So I never forget, and I feel bad because I cussed this lady out, like, from A to Z. She was like, he'll never move again. He's already brain dead. So I'm looking like, brain dead. She was like, yes, ma'am. So his head was already cold by the time we were there. So it took me 3 days to actually take him off the machine because I could have left him on. They told me I could have took him to this thing called the pumpkin patch where I could have just left him there and it had just been fueling his body. But, at the time I was like, this.
Wait a minute, the pumpkin patch is what now?
It's where that I could have left him on the life support machine.
Oh, okay.
It had just been, he'd just been on it.
Right.
So, that was an option that I had, and I seriously thought about it, but then, you know, me being 24, I'm like, that's selfish of me.
Right.
Because if he's already gone, it's really nothing I can do about it.
Right. To have the machines just running with, you know, that's a hard call. And like,
that was the hardest thing that I ever had to do in my whole life. Like, I can make a decision at the drop of a dime, but that decision there, like, it took my soul.
yeah, that's a hard decision though. This is not like what kind of dog you want, what kind of dress you want, what pair of shoes. Yeah, this isn't easy. This is a life altering decision.
And so I called my mom because my mom was still in Waco, so I had to call my mom. And one of my aunties and uncles and cousins, they came down there with me to be in Dallas, and I just made the decision that I was going to donate his organs. At least if I couldn't, you know, save him, I feel like maybe I could save
somebody else's child or person or whatever. Yeah, but he was 1 year old, so it would have been a child.
No, he saved an adult. He gave a lady his kidneys.
Oh, okay.
He gave a man his eyes, and I gave I think a baby had his heart. So
they did eye transplants.
I know everybody. I sent a letter. I got pictures of everybody who received his gifts. So that's why I always say he was my heartbeat, because have you ever imagined, like, you know, we had that dream where you're in a dream and it seems like the closer you get to the door, the farther the door gets.
Yeah.
It zooms back. Like leaving the hospital, that's how I felt. Like it felt like everything in me was like my breath. I couldn't breathe. The closer I got to the door, I felt like I was finna pass out. And I was just like, I can't leave without him.
Right.
You know, because it took me like 2.5 months. Like I was in the hospital 2.5 months trying to have him because my blood pressure was so high. So it took me too much to get him in this world for me to have to leave him like I left him.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, I blamed myself because I felt like, how did this guy know when my baby went to the daycare? Like, if I just would have never said hi to him or even tried to, you know, be friends with him, then my son would still be here. But
so, did the man that did this to your child, did he ever receive jail time for this?
He's in the pen, life without parole.
Okay.
So when he leaves out of the jail, he will be in the pine box. So I'm thankful for that. But again, you know, I never would know what my son would have grown up to be. I never would have known, you know, if he'd have still been a mama's boy. What was the reason? Did he give a reason? Yeah, he gave a reason. Well, while he was in jail, he wrote me like 5-6 different letters. But, you know, I never opened them. I waited till we got to court. And I gave them to the DA. And when she opened the letters, he was saying that he figured because I didn't want to be with him anymore, that was the only way he knew how to hurt me. So he figured.
He actually wrote that in a letter?
Mm-hmm. All of it was in the letter. And then he was saying that he didn't know what happened. He just snapped. My baby wouldn't stop crying. So that's the reason why he snapped. And I'm thinking like, yeah, because you weren't supposed to have him anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking, so why? Of course, he's a year-old baby.
Yeah.
You know, and then a lot of times I blame myself because I was like, what was my baby thinking? Like, where's my mama? Why my mama not here to protect me? Like,
right.
I always blame myself for that because I feel like I was supposed to be there to protect him. And if I could have just maybe got off work early, or when he picked him up earlier, then, you know, it'd probably change different. That's what I always said. So for a long time,
So the young man, he just decided, I'm just going to go get her baby from the daycare. Like, no rhyme or no reason. Nobody asked him to go get him.
And then the daycare working lady, she was too busy trying to hurry me get out because it was New Year's Eve. So she didn't check the list to see who we can leave with. So I ended up...
And it's not like your baby didn't know him. Yeah. So it wasn't like, you know, it was a bunch of crying and stuff going on. It was like, okay, you know, you come to pick me up, you know. Wow. Well, at least you know what I'm saying, your son, right? At least your son did get justice. At least the person that did this to him, you know, you can't bring him back. It doesn't bring him back, and that's the part that sucks, you know what I'm saying? But at least it wasn't a story of another one gets away. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to, you know, be responsible for the crime that they did, you know.
And it was like so crazy. Like after it took like maybe 2.5, 3 years to go to court. Like,
right, and then that's the crazy part is that length that you just sitting around waiting on court.
Like I had to the department, the Justice Department always wrote me and told me where he was located at because they would always tell me while he was there waiting for us to go to trial, he had got moved like 3 different times.
Right.
Because they always let me know when he got jumped on. He had his leg broke one time, or his arm broke.
Right.
His nose. So they always told me different places he moved. And so when we got to court, it was like his whole family just came at me. Like they shot up my apartment. His mama threatened me. One brother said he was gonna shoot me. Like so,
wow.
it's like the trial went on for 5 days. So each day of that week, I got one of his family members arrested because that's how they would. Oh, we gonna get you. Or we gonna. My son didn't do this, and I'm like, you got 5 letters that he didn't wrote of his own that said
that he did it, and this is why.
And this is why, and then y'all still blaming me like, oh, I'm the one that did it. And then his lawyer was like, is it safe to say you hate him? And I was like, regardless if I hate him or not, my son is still gone, right?
Right.
So I said, I don't care how you spin it. Like, he killed my son for no reason.
Right.
Like, there was no reason. I don't care what you think I did to you or whatever. You could have harmed me. Why would you bother an innocent child?
To an innocent child.
That was, that's what always gets me. Is like, come on, man. Like, that's nothing.
Right.
So even after I got out of that situation, I fell back into another domestic violence marriage. I actually was married and didn't know that the person I was married to was a pedophile. That liked little boys and girls. I didn't know that. It was like 2 years we were married. It was, everything was wonderful. It was like, oh, this is what I needed, or whatever, to make me feel better about myself. But then it went just down, like the verbal abuse, like you're choking, or maybe a slap, or you would call my job to see if I'm at work.
All right.
Or you passing by to see if my car is here,
work,
or if I'm at a family member's house, you parking 2 or 3 streets over and come walking by to see if I'm here. It just got like to the point to where it got physical. So it was fighting, like this would be my normal.
Right.
I would always fight. Things would be broken. I would have like black eyes, busted lips. I wouldn't go around people. I wouldn't go to work sometime because I didn't want anybody to know. And I really didn't want my mom to know because I didn't want her worried about me. So one night we had got into it like real bad to where it's like my face was like literally messed up, and I had to call my mom to go stay with my mom. And my mama was like, you're going to have to get out this situation. She was like, I can't tell you
what to
when
do
or how, but you're going to have to get out. And I was like, okay, my mama get out. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I can fix it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can change him. Or maybe if I don't say this, or, it won't get this way. Or maybe if I be quiet, or maybe if I don't step too loud. It had got to that point to where it was just ridiculous. Like, everything was an argument.
All right.
Like, I mean, one time he even left me in Dallas, so where I had to call me a ride from where I was living to come get me to go all the way back to where I was living. Like, that's how bad it got. And I just kept saying, okay, at the time I thought I deserved it because, I was still blaming myself for my son's death. So I feel like, well, this is God's way of punishing me because this is what I deserve.
Right.
So I'm thinking like, okay, hey, maybe he could take me out before I can.
Right.
And it just got to the point to where it just was getting worse and worse. I eventually, made my escape plan to where I would, move things out slowly. Because you never, you're doing your own thing, so you're not really worried about me, so you don't know stuff is missing out the house.
Some people, some of the guys, they be adamant, and they know if a toothbrush move, if this little nail scooted over 3 inches, he be like, why you moving stuff?
Yeah,
So
but this guy, he wasn't that
attentive
way.
like that.
Yeah, he was too busy worried about him and doing him, so you never know this. I went so far as to get my name in my mom's apartment. I got a job, so couldn't nobody know where I worked, and I would tell him if he come by or call or just so happen to find out, don't say I work here. It's like, it was bad. And it got to the point to where we eventually got into a physical altercation where he ended up stabbing me. So that right there, it was like, it was me or him. And I'm thinking like, okay, how did I get myself in this situation again?
Right.
Like, okay, I know that I'm trying to do the best I can do, and in some ways I thought I deserved it. But
Right.
when I got out, I was like, God, if you just let me get out, I promise that, I'll be okay. And so what I did was I had $300. I gave everything up in my apartment that I had, and I fled to Houston, and I was at a women's shelter.
Right.
And I stayed there like 4.5, 5 months, and I ended up meeting Pastor and his wife.
Right. Pastor
Hines,
Nikki Hines,
and her husband, Mr. Patrick Hines. I met them, and I ended up going to, starting to go into church, and I ended up getting my apartment and stuff. But when I tell you that, when I asked the prayer I asked, I didn't know that God was going to isolate me from everyone.
Right.
Because I kept saying, God, if you get me out this situation, I'll never get back in this situation again. I
Right.
promise I'm going to do things different. I do right. And so he ended up separating me, even from all my family, except for my mom. Like, nobody numbers work no more. Like, I couldn't get in touch with nobody.
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, why are you doing me like this? And it was like, either you're going to surrender and do what I want you to do and do it the right way, or you're going to keep bumping your head. And actually, by then, I got tired. Like, I don't deserve, to keep living the way I'm living. Some things have to change.
Right.
And when I said, okay, God, you know what? You win. I'm tired.
Right.
I'm
Your
tired,
will is
like,
your will.
I can't do it anymore. And what's so crazy is that I knew what I was supposed to be doing. I just ran from it. Like, I've been doing what I was supposed to be doing for 14, 15 years.
Yeah, because you're just not starting to come out and tell your story, which is
Yeah.
beautiful because, your story is going to save somebody's life or even offer up some empathy towards them that might be going through the same thing. There are several women in the world whose kid, men too, whose kid were taken by an act of domestic violence. And so, it's healing in expression and letting it out. You know what I'm saying? And, you're coming into your healing because you no longer have to hide behind the information that you've been withholding, and you can now start releasing it after you've been eating it, swallowing it for the years, you know what I'm saying? It's time now to start regurgitating that feeling and those emotions and that guilt and everything else so that you can go on to be the person that God intended for you to be.
Yeah, and I truly believe that now because I always laugh and say, like, if you just stop running, and because eventually I had always started to tell you and my best friend that it was suffocating me.
Right.
It was like I couldn't breathe. It's like I'm just drowning. It's like I need help. And I was like, if I need to start speaking. And then as soon as I said I need to start speaking, it's like I started getting hit up.
To speak.
Yeah.
Once you came out with your story, then all of a sudden, and that's how you know that this is worth the information that you're destined.
Baby, doing my interview.
All on the mic.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's like
You should text them that, friend.
Yeah, sorry about that. But he was like, I always said that I need to get it off. So as soon as I did that, it's like, Lady Hill hit me up. It's just like I just wanted to do stuff because I know from me being 24 when I lost my child, I didn't have anybody to talk to.
Right.
I didn't have anybody that maybe went through the same things I went through. I felt like nobody understood like how I was really drowning, and I didn't have anybody who can maybe save me or help me.
Right. Because, it's hard to share this type of information with somebody and feel like they're going to have your best interest at heart at the end of it. And so definitely more and more women are able to reach out to you so that, you can maybe offer up something. You're not a counselor by no means, but, therapy is therapeutic for both people. My story might save you, which, might save somebody else. So if you had anything to, tell another woman that may be going through this a word of inspiration, like what would you tell her? What would you offer up for her?
I would offer that there is life after losing a loved one or a child.
Right.
And there is a better life. I always thought I didn't deserve certain things that I was getting or that I was doing. I feel like I didn't deserve that because how can I help someone if I'm, hiding behind everything that I'm hiding behind?
Right.
Like who's gonna listen to you or who wants to say, well, you're not even doing the things that you're telling us to do.
Right.
So that's when I had made the decision, to cut all my hair off. I
Yeah,
didn't have any
get
hair
it
to
out
hide
your
behind.
face. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. I remember when you definitely when you definitely brought that out to me, and I was definitely like, you're a beautiful woman, and the minute you make the step, you'll feel so much better about it. And it's been great watching you not hide behind nothing.
And you know, I just wanna save someone. I feel like if I can just save one person, because I know, you know, being 24, you really feel like you know everything, but you don't. So if there's anybody who's, you know, the age of 17 or 25, if you're going through that situation, please get out.
Get out.
Like, the signs are there. I always said the signs was there. I just ignored them because I felt like he was my husband.
Right.
And you know, this is something that your husband does to tell you he to show he loves you. So therefore, he can do what he want to do. And you know, that's not right. Everything is a sign. It's a red flag. Him isolating me from my family, him not wanting me to be around, not wearing makeup. What you wearing lashes for? Why you got that on?
Right.
Call me when you get there. Or
call me when you're leaving, and call me when you're there, and call me. You're like, damn, how many times I gotta call you in a matter of an hour, bro?
And don't call me from your cell phone. Call me from your job phone.
Yeah, like damn.
It was.
Yeah.
Definitely. And me thinking, because this man is so much older than me, 13, 14 years older than me, it's a grown man, like, so you should already have your life together, and it just turned out like all bad.
Right.
But you know,
but you never know what you get into until you get into it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, once we in it, we like, damn, I'm in it now and I don't know how to get out. But there's always a way to get out, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Fight for your life. If you don't fight for your own life, you know,
nobody else will.
Nobody else will, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to see you fighting too, because they don't want to see their work done in vain. You know what I'm saying? Remember that you are a jewel, and you are definitely worthy. You are worthy. You are a woman. You understand? Hear you roar. Remember that you are not less than. You are equal than in any situation. You must love yourself before you can possibly love somebody else. Sometimes you have to take time out and get you together before you jump into something else, because you'll notice that your energy is tainted, and now everybody that's coming is coming with the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's because that's what your energy is expelling to them. So you have to sometimes take a step back, wrench off a little bit, scrub a little hard, put a little bleach in it, and get that energy off of you, get your life together, so that when you do decide you want to get back in there, you're not taking the same energy into each relationship. So, you know, we appreciate you so much for coming out, Miss Latrell. You guys, she is the owner of Perfectly Flawed Boutique. They have an amazing shoe sale going on right now, which is...
Well, so I have shoes, too, for $50. I have $15 shoes. I have $30 boots. I have $10 shoes. I have $20 accessory sets. I'm just trying to get rid of it all for the winter inventory that I need to get.
Yeah, she's doing a store purge for the holidays. She's trying to get space so she can get this new stuff in. So you guys make sure that you go and shop her online at Perfectly. That's PURFECTLY, Flawed, FLAWD, Perfectly Flawed Boutique. She services women from size small all the way up to size 7X. 7X. I just love when she jumps in and said it, guys. You know, www.perfectlyflawedboutique. I'm your girl, Miss Boujie, the voice of vision, and you have tuned in on a Monday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on The Good, The Bad, and The Boujie. Everyday conversations for everyday entrepreneurs. Make sure that you guys tune in each and every Monday right here from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on LoveToJamRadio.com. Shout out to everybody that's on the Love to Jam Radio team. We have Boris on Fridays, Chat with Sherry on Wednesdays, Jam It on Thursdays, Charles Andrews in the morning, every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 or 10 p.m., somewhere up in there. I'm probably missing out a few other shows. Intuitive Beauty on Thursdays? Wednesdays. All right, you guys. So the team is steady growing. So we just want to say thank you and keep pushing forward. 2020 is right around the corner. What will your New Year's resolution be? All right, stay tuned, you guys. We ain't going nowhere. I love you. I'm your girl, Miss Boujie. Good night. All right, say thank you, people. Yeah.